How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome to another step in our journey through Epic the Musical. By the way, before anybody gets nervous and starts to think that I'm wearing a purely pessimistic shirt, I want everybody to know that my shirt does say, "The horrors are never ending." Yet I remain silly. That's right, I am wearing a shirt purchased off of the TikTok shop. I am outrageously embarrassed about it. But the good thing is, as long as I don't tell you guys it's from the TikTok shop, you'll never know. My necklace of choice today is also that of a little dragon creature, because to my knowledge, the Odyssey is full o' monsters. This also isn't an ad for any of the things I'm showing off. I did a little fashion breakdown in the first video, and then coincidentally, my fashion aligned with the video I'm shooting today as well. Maybe this will become an everyday thing. I don't think so. I don't really have that many epic-themed outfits, although if the Owl House is anything to go by, maybe that will change dramatically. But anyway, we're back listening to and watching Epic the Musical. Ever since recording the first video, I have listened to The Horse and the Infant no less than a dozen times. And that was like 4 days ago. I don't know, there's something about it. There's something about it that really just like massages my brain. And I know a lot of you are gonna think I'm just saying that to like help stoke the flames of the epic hype train. I promise you, I have been shambling around my house like a musical ghost haunting the halls, just going, "It's just an infant. It's just a boy." There's something so fun about imitating the Catholic opera singer vibe that he goes for in that song. And I know I don't do it well, but God, does it feel good on my throat. I have become the most annoying type of music fan, though, where I really like to sing the song very frequently, but I don't know all of the words. So I'll just be like sitting in my living room surrounded by my roommates like, "Diomedes will lead the charge, Agamemnon will flank the guards, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, little Ajax will stay back, da-da-da-da." You know, like I'm Eminem who forgot his lyrics and is trying to trick the audience into thinking he's saying stuff, but he's just saying nonsense really fast. Anyway, that's enough of my rambling intro. God knows the first video had more than enough intro to satiate the rest of this entire reaction series. Let's get into it. God, look at how much better my hair looks sans pillow. This is a new era for this channel. That pillow is gone forever. You will never see that pillow on this goddamn chair ever again. I tell you what. Oh, we're watching Full Speed Ahead. Whoa, that's the thing you guys have been yelling at me for the past 9 consecutive months. Well, now that we've exhausted the single Epic the Musical reference I actually know, we are now officially entering uncharted waters. I'm hoping that choice of words ends up becoming ironic, but again, I literally don't know what this is about.
600 men under my command, with only one goal in mind:
make it back alive to our homeland.
I appreciate him immediately telling me what his goal is, because I was briefly very nervous that he wouldn't. He was like, "Only one goal in mind," and I was like, oh no, I forgot what his mission was. Musicals are so weird, because you have such limited tools at your disposal to convey information with. It just must be so hard to write exposition in a musical without making it feel like the characters are just literally summarizing the plot to the audience.
600 miles of open sea, but the problem's not the distance,
It's what lies in between.
I don't understand why anybody in ancient Greece ever stepped foot on a boat. I don't do anything if I think there's even a small chance of me encountering an actual monster. The Greeks thought there were parts of the ocean that had fucking teeth. Like parts of the water that would open up and eat you indiscriminately. And you couldn't even be upset about it. All of your other Greek friends would just be like, "Oops, looks like you hit a tooth pool. Guess you shouldn't have pissed off one of our 12 primary gods or 600 secondary ones."
Full speed ahead, Captain, you really just...
I'll have this guy walking up behind him like, "Hey, was that an order or just a sick chorus?" Because no, if the first one.
600 reasons to take what we can.
So Captain, what's the plan? Captain, what's the plan?
Watch where the birds fly.
Hey, Odysseus, read the ship. I feel like Odysseus is being inappropriately cheerful considering this guy's concerns. Captain, we have 600 men to feed, and the war has depleted all of our supplies. What should we do? Watch where the birds fly, chase the horizon. Yeah, that's great, Moana, but Dave is literally eating his own leg right now, and I gotta come up with a lie to make him think that's not a good idea. Are these two in love? Because yes, they are. Look at the fucking cheese on Odysseus's face. And I know this is a fan-made animatic, but you can hear it in his voice, too. Dude was like, Captain, policies. He's so excited, he can't wait to hear what this guy has to say. Also, one sec. Wow, that's fucking crazy. Alright, never mind, as you were, Epic.
There in the distance, I see an island, I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe there are people lighting a fire.
First off, this guy's already my favorite character. He's got the best voice, he's adorable, he makes Odysseus literally sparkle with joy, but also, hey, John! Yeah, John, get in here. Does this character look weird to you?
This guy?
Yeah, anything familiar about this?
No.
No? Nothing at all? I agree.
Polities gear up. You win, I'll go ahead.
You and I'll go ahead.
We should.
Oh, he's hyped to go on an adventure with his best buddy.
No one ends up dead.
We don't know what's ahead.
Give me till sunrise.
I know that was supposed to sound optimistic, but it came off so passive-aggressive. We don't know what's ahead. Shut the fuck up now. I'm the one talking.
Then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead.
It's really weird seeing this guy frolic across his ship with the whimsy of a Disney princess, considering the fact that the first time I met him, he was contemplating whether or not he wanted to murder an infant. And then he murdered an infant.
Full speed ahead.
Look at this sassy bitch, like, you like Euripides, right? Well, how about Euripides' nuts between your teeth, because I'm going with the captain. Did he just tell me to rip his nuts with my teeth? Oh damn, alright, we're getting tropical with this one.
You can relax, my friend.
You gotta be fucking kidding me with that pose. Now I know these two are having sex. You don't come sneaking out of the brush and pull a Sailor Moon pose on your boy unless you're planning on smooching him. Polites looks like a flirtatious panther stalking his prey.
I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service.
Oh, he's pounced! Yeah, you know what? I am getting nervous. This is about to turn into that scene from The Lion King where Nala teaches the audience what fuck me eyes look like on a cat.
And try to relax, my friend.
And find polities.
Think of all that we have been through.
Oh, he's not letting you get away that easy. Polites is gonna turn this trip into a romantic getaway even if it fucking kills him.
I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword, enough said. Why should we take when we could give?
Yeah, you're gripping your sword all wrong. Here, do it like this. Oh man. Whoops. Dropped it down the waterfall. Well, you know, guess we're gonna have to use something else.
Stop and lower your guard. Here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing.
This animatic is doing so much more heavy lifting than any of the previous ones. I feel like the animator created a story that is almost entirely separate from what's being sung. And honestly, that is really interesting and starting to make me wonder if I should have listened to the music without the animatics before watching these. Because I feel like the animation is definitely influencing how I feel about the song. Like, the song is fun, but the animatic makes Polites seem so much sillier and more fun than the song does all on its own. Like, I really wonder what my experience would have been having listened to the song first and then watched the animation. But at the same time, I don't think I'd be very good at that because, again, I don't really know a lot about music. I can't sing, as I've displayed. I have a bad music taste, and so I don't think I'd have that much commentary if the song wasn't accompanied by visuals. Maybe I'll try it in the next video, but I don't know. It's interesting.
Stay back.
My friend, greet the world with open arms.
I mean, the sword isn't a bad idea, Polites. You don't know what the fuck's going on right now. But this is a good example of what I was just talking about. Like, I feel like if I was just listening to this song, no visuals accompanying it, I would think that Odysseus just pulled a sword on Polites. Maybe I'm alone in that. Maybe you guys are better on picking up on musical, like, context clues than I am. But I do find it very interesting to think about. Especially because he goes, stay back, and then a bunch of voices repeat it. And then Polites, like, repeats the message he's been trying to get into Odysseus' head. And I feel like if I was just listening to this song, I would think that for some reason, Odysseus pulled a knife on Polites and started hearing voices in his head telling him to, like, attack him. I don't know if I would have gotten the idea that they're being surrounded by a bunch of, like, mysterious creatures.
For us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you.
What is this? What the hell is this? What are they on, Endor? Does this really happen in the Odyssey? They stumble across a bunch of cute little bear people? That doesn't sound right.
It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free.
Oh shit, they're doing the Lotus Casino from Percy Jackson. Or I guess Percy Jackson is doing the this from this.
That's what we'd get with open arms.
Lotus eaters.
This is so fun. I like how I'm only 3 songs in and I'm already getting, like, themes and character development and shit. Which sounds obvious, but again, I never read this story, and I don't think I've ever read a story as old as the Odyssey. And so one of the things I'm most excited about going into this reaction series is finding out just how well the Odyssey holds up as a story compared to, like, the dozens of modern stories I've read. And so far, pretty damn good.
I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat? A cave!
Okay, wait, this sounds like a horrible idea. I don't know if you should ask the doped up, mind-controlled koala monsters where you should find your next meal.
Greet the world with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms.
You can relax, my friend.
Why was that so ominous? Was that supposed to be incredibly ominous? It feels like his optimism is going to get him killed or something. Right? That's the vibe I got from that. From the shot in the animatic and the lyrics. Does Polites die? Do main characters die in the Odyssey? Obviously don't tell me. I don't know what, like, this is how stupid and young and close-minded I am. I, like, am going into this assuming the Odyssey came out in a time before, like, twists and turns. So, I don't know, but that was ominous as hell. What the fuck is this? What is this comic? Was the animator going rogue? Is this canon? Wow, it's weird seeing this in comic form. It's weird to see how much life adding music and lyrics to an animatic, like, gives it. That's so weird. Like, it feels so much more lifeless when it's text and not actual human singing. That's so interesting. By the way, before we move on to song 3, I just want to let you guys know that if you're enjoying this content and you want to see exclusive content not found anywhere else, like my upcoming reactions to Sky High and Camp Rock and other Disney Channel original movies, make sure you consider subscribing to my Patreon, where you'll get access to exclusive videos not found anywhere else. Blue Lock, Food Wars, Ghost Stories dub, Hell's Paradise, Sky High soon. Maybe it's up already, I don't know. I'm recording this like well in advance. But I've also recently slashed the prices on my Patreon, so now it is cheaper than ever by almost like 50%. You'll also get access to all of the live streams I've recorded in the past and will record in the future, along with access to my private Discord server where you can chat with me and thousands of other members of this wonderful community. If any of that sounds interesting to you, make sure you consider subscribing to my Patreon. The link will be in the description below. And now, on to the final song of today's video.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you?
Athena!
Why are the gods harassing this man? Why is this the only guy that they chat with? Leave him alone!
I see you changing from how I've designed you.
Whoa, this is a sick depiction of Athena. Not the cyberpunk stuff, necessarily, although that is super cool. Okay, what's his name? I was gonna do this at the end. Merxy? Merxy's popping off. This animator, I loved Odysseus, like Spirit Odysseus peeling out of his body. I loved that bit right there with Athena, like, throwing up all of the screens and shit. I love all of that. Once again, I want to prevent myself from taking the animatics for granted because they're really putting in work. But what I meant by I love this depiction of Athena is it's sick to see her, like, crafting him to be this, like unstoppable Terminator.
Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you.
This is so sick. I love her ripping him into her domain and then tossing his ass around. I love seeing a god, like, assert their dominance over mortals.
My life has one mission. Create the greatest warrior.
Okay, yeah, she is making Terminators. It's weird, though, that she's manipulating him and forcing him into becoming a killing machine, though. Like, for why? What, out of boredom? Like, why does a god need a new mortal warrior?
Warzone will.
Let's go!
Maybe one day he'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow.
Oh, so she's been grooming him from childhood. Got it. Athena the warrior, more like Athena the predator. Quit manipulating this child.
I can see you.
How can you see through my spell?
I was lying, and you fell for my bluff.
Oh, get duped, bitch! Athena the wise, more like Athena the bozo. More like goddess of pistum and master of snore. Am I right, Odysseus? Damn, what a crazy move. Can you imagine if you were just standing alone in a field and you were like, show yourself! I know you're watching! And then somebody fucking appeared? I feel like I should be doing that once a day at least, just in case. Also though, doesn't Athena usually, like, murder or curse people for doing stuff like this to her? I don't know if you should be so hyped about this. Didn't she turn a woman into a spider once just for being pretty good at weaving?
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
You first, and maybe I'll do the same.
Kid, seriously, rein it in. The gods love punishing hubris. Okay, it's like crack to them.
Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena. Badass in the arena.
I really like this bit. This is so dorky, but in such a fun way. But also, I am growing more and more nervous for his safety. I'm just, like, waiting for Athena to fuck him up for being so cocky. I'm getting the feeling that she's not going to, but something about a dude flamboyantly rapping at a Greek goddess just really makes me uneasy.
If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent.
Sounds like a plan. Goddess and man, best is a friend.
He'll see where it ends.
Okay.
Okay, I've relaxed, and I do love this cute little dynamic they've got between them.
Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the mind.
That's so sick, too. I got so swept up in the cute little, like, mentor-mentee relationship they had going on that I completely forgot that this song started with Athena laying into him. What a cool way to villainize, then humanize, then villainize Athena. It reminds me a lot of You're Welcome from Moana, which also gave me like a really cool kind of feeling. You're Welcome so good because you meet Maui and you don't realize he's a dick. He's the Rock who, like, up until kind of recently, everyone unanimously thought was very charismatic and lovable. He's doing this fun Lin-Manuel Miranda-ass song. He's hopping around and doing the dance. And the whole song is very catchy and very upbeat. And then at some point in the song, he starts literally explaining that he's gonna lock Moana in this cave and steal her boat, leaving her for dead. He's telling this to you. And he's telling this to Moana right to her face. But you, like Moana, are so swept up in the excitement of this song that you don't even realize he's fucking her over until it's too late. That's this. That's the same twist where it starts and you're like, oh shit, Moana. Athena's like kind of a dick. And then you see Odysseus all like hyped to meet her and they're doing the song and like they have this cute little relationship together. And then it snaps you back into the present day and you're like, oh yeah, that's right. This dude is probably maybe an infant murderer. I'm still waiting for a twist that tells me he's not. And the gods are manipulating the hell out of him and turning him into a monster. So that was cool. I really like that. Okay, cool. I get it. It's a little, the end of the last video was just a tease for like this video. Neat. And that is Full Speed Ahead, animated by Wolfie the Witch, Open Arms, animated by Merxy, and Warrior of the Mind, also animated by Merxy. Make sure you guys go and check out these animatics on those channels. They're really, really well done. Like I said, I am like astounded at how much life they breathe into this. So I'm just looking at the trailer for the next one, Polyphemus, Epic the Musical. That looks crazy, by Merxy. It's just sick looking. Make sure you check out the original creators. I think out of this batch, my favorite song, the one I'm most likely to listen to again, is Open Arms. This is the only one that really feels like a song. I know what I just said is probably inflammatory, but I'm hoping you guys will see what I mean in a sec. I mean, this one has like a chorus. I think the Athena one also had a chorus. This is like, I don't know, this I would bump in the car. These two feel like very much they're just pushing the plot forward. Which is weird because everyone keeps writing Full Speed Ahead at me in comments, which leads me to believe Full Speed Ahead is like a very well-received song. And it's not that I disliked it. I didn't dislike any of these songs, but they feel more like, all right, we're, pushing things forward here. They're explaining the plot. Open Arms is developing character, which I really like. Polites, I think his name was like so fun. I love whoever is like singer, voice actor. Is it a voice actor if they're just singing? I loved his singer. I like him as a character. I like the animatic really like added a lot of fun and levity to it. If he dies, this song's gonna become crippling and this frame is going to haunt me forever. So I don't know. They kind of made it feel like that. But we will see. Maybe I don't read any comments for the next, 9 months of my life. But yeah, he was just so fun. It's interesting with a musical. You know how when I watch, stuff like The Owl House or Gravity Falls, and I'm like, I don't like filler episodes. I don't like episodes that feel episodic, where it's like, oh, we're going to the fair and everything that happens at the fair. This is a bad example because the fair episode in Gravity Falls actually is a huge plot episode. It's like, oh, we're doing a body switching episode from The Owl House where it's like we just go on a silly adventure and it's just meant to be fun, mindless entertainment that doesn't impact any of the characters or the plot moving forward. It's entirely skippable. That's what I consider to be filler. I prefer the episodes that move the plot forward or have big plot implications. And it's kind of the opposite with a musical, with a musical, as long as the song is good and catchy and fun, I'm having a blast. But two, I more prefer a song that gives me a look into a character than pushes the narrative forward. You know, like Open Arms gives me everything I need to know about Polites, gives me everything I need to know about Odysseus's attitude towards Polites' like mindset. Like, it gave me a lot of character building, and it was great. But in terms of plot, it's just like they're on the island, and then they've realized they have to leave the island. Whereas Full Speed Ahead gets us to the island, it introduces this other guy, and we get a little bit of character, because this other guy is like, you know, we should be raiders. Like, he kind of wants to be a Viking, and he's like, whatever keeps us alive, that's all that matters. And it also shows that Odysseus leans towards, it gives us like the two halves of what Odysseus could become, and it shows us that right now he's leaning on the side of Polites. By the way, this is just me and my roommate, John. Is it not? But it shows us Odysseus's alignment in terms of these two forces on his shoulder. Even though here he's closer physically to him, he is more mentally close to him, which is why he chooses him to go on the mission. And so we do get character building, and we get like a new character introduced. And then Athena, we also get character building and stuff like that. I'm like really just destroying all my points. Yeah, we get his backstory and the trial she sent with the boar, which was very cool and very like well animated and stuff. Yeah, I think maybe I should backpedal on everything I just said, because really, it just comes down to the middle one being the catchiest that I like. They all kind of do the same thing, because this also introduces a new character, a new dynamic, gives us some character building with Odysseus. It shows us that he was a very adventurous and eager and like hyped about the gods, and shows us his devotion towards the gods. And then now it's shown how that relationship is kind of like become embittered and decayed, and it shows what Athena's promised him. Okay, so this is like what Athena's promised him and where she wants to lead him to, because I guess maybe he'll stay her like champion warrior in Olympus. Like, that's the idea. She wants to train a mortal, and then maybe she'll like make him you know, a demigod, a Valkyrie adjacent type thing. He'll become a grand warrior in the afterlife to, I don't know, fight Hades, whatever the gods are doing, whatever they need soldiers for. Honestly, I think all of the war gods were just like propaganda to get people, to get the common folk hyped about fighting strangers they've never met, you know? Like, if you think you're dying to be like Zeus's favorite or Athena's like favorite right-hand man, you're a lot more likely to die for that than for your faceless emperor who keeps taxing your damn plums. But yeah, I think ranking these, it's probably Open Arms is my favorite, Warrior of the Mind's my second favorite, Full Speed Ahead is my third favorite. But with a lot of these, let me check the likes and dislikes too. 55, 66, 82. So it's swapped. I buy that though. People love Athena. People really, really like Athena. If you ask a lot of people what their favorite god is, I feel like Zeus, Poseidon, Athena are the tops. Maybe Apollo, but that's a more like, I think Apollo's probably gonna be a more hipster pick. That's interesting. It's interesting but not shocking that this is people's favorite out of the three that I just watched. But again, I think I often find, and the worst part about doing a reaction is that I'll listen to these later down the line and I'll have new favorites. And the ones I thought were my favorite, I don't like as much. Although that happens more rarely. It's less that the ones that were my favorite I like less, and more that the ones I didn't like that much, I end up liking more, and the ones that were my favorite are still really good. So yeah, it could be like, I could be in the car and Full Speed Ahead or Warrior of the Mind pop on, and it turns out Warrior of the Mind is like my favorite of the entire Epic the Musical series. But as of right now, Open Arms, I think just because, again, one, it's a little catchier, and two, the character of Polites was something I attached more to than Athena. I will say this though, this animator knows what's up. This animator knows what he's doing. In terms of making Athena just look like a Greek Ambessa, who is already like inspired by Greek history. Dude, look at my dominant fascist queen. Look at that mask. You can't even tell me that Athena doesn't exude Ambessa. There's a bit where it like shatters off. Yeah, this is like, I love the eye mask. I didn't realize like that's such a Greek thing. But yeah, Athena, man, well drawn. Well done and well drawn. But anyway, that concludes today's video. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out my Patreon again if you want to help out the channel or just get access to tons and tons of bonus content. And I will see you guys next time.
Hold on to me, baby. Won't you come a little closer when